Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 18, Episode number 6, What Voodoo You Do. It's all right.
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
I did not. I saw that it was coming back.
Okay.
I did not watch the trailer yet.
Trailer looks good. September 16th is coming back, and they're going to be on Below Deck with Captain Jason. Yes.
All right, good. I'm glad. I'm glad it's not the other guy.
Yeah, so I'm excited for Salt Lake to come back. I'm excited.
And everybody came back, right? Oh, is Brittany there? Brittany must be there.
Yeah, Brittany's there. I think everyone's back. It looks like everyone came back, yeah.
I'm sure she's still just a friend of, right? She's still just a friend of?
It's hard to tell from the trailer, but probably. I mean, I don't know. You can't tell from the trailer. But she was there.
The real question is Jared back?
That is the real question. That is the real question. Yes, we'll have to wait and see. September 16th.
Stay tuned.
Yep.
Yeah.
So back at the OC, the next day we see the ladies. They jump on a trolley and they're going to the French market and then a dog parade. The ladies split up, and the first group is Gina, Heather, Gretchen, and Jenn are all together on one trolley. Emily's trolley is Shannon and Tamra, and Katie was supposed to be with them, but Shannon refused to be with them if Katie was going to be there. Now, Katie is in a separate car headed to meet the other ladies at the French market. What?
So I had to look this up because people kept commenting on our posts.
I was confused.
Shannon recorded Kelly Dodd. I'm like, what is this all about? So I had to look it up because I don't remember it. But in season 11, Heather and Shannon recorded Kelly Dodd having a meltdown in Ireland. And Shannon's defense was that in Ireland, they were told, if anything happens, pull out your iPhone so we can capture it all. We were doing our job, is what Shannon said.
Right.
Well, maybe Katie thought she was doing her job, Shannon. Maybe Katie was told the same thing. I just think it's I don't agree with what Katie did. I personally would never record somebody. It's not my gig. But it's a little hypocritical that Shannon is coming down so hard on Katie when she is guilty of the same thing.
Yeah, she actually did bring that up on Watch What Happens, or Andy kind of brought it up on Watch What Happens Live. And she said it does come up in the season. And that's exactly what she said, that the producers told her, if something happens when cameras are down, then, record it on your iPhone, which is totally different, though, because cameras were up. Like when Katie did it, cameras were up
to take pictures. They weren't filming.
No, they were filming.
They were doing the photos.
No, but they were filming the behind the scenes, the photos. They were there filming.
How come we didn't see anything? If they were there filming, wouldn't we have seen it? If Katie has a recording of Shannon having a meltdown and cameras were there filming, why haven't we seen the meltdown? I don't think cameras were up. I think they were taking pictures for the promos or something.
Well, I think cameras were filming because cameras were filming when they did the pictures for the promo for New York, because that's how the New York season started, with the pictures, the filming from the promo pictures. I mean, it didn't come up about this recording because it happened after the last reunion, right? The promo pictures, or no?
I would imagine, because otherwise we would have heard about it at last year's reunion.
At the reunion, right? So it happened after the reunion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I personally don't think cameras were filming it, because I think if cameras were filming it, we would have seen it by now.
I feel like we may still see it, because if it was a cast thing where like they are all doing their photos like we saw on New York, like the cameras are there for that because there's going to be some drama.
Well, I personally think that the cameras were there with New York because of what happened at the last night of their trip with Bryn. I think cameras were purposely put
Yeah,
at that
I guess we'll have to kinda wait
because
and
when
see.
they walk in, they're like, "Have you talked to Bryn? No. Have you talked to Bryn?" Like, something had happened to possibly prompt them to be like, "Alright, let's roll," because that was their formula at the time, Bravo. Like, "Get the cameras back up."
Yeah. I feel like
But
that there's
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we see it.
yeah,
But
I
the
think
bottom line is, if producers are telling you to record, it's very interesting that Shannon said that producers told them to record because I mean, what if they told Brittany on Salt Lake City, pull out your phone if something happens. But they were recording. She was recording while the cameras were
yeah, the
going.
cameras were definitely there. The cameras were
Yeah, the
definitely
cameras
there.
were definitely there. But listen, it all comes down to producers
Well, that's I
and
mean,
what
that's
they're
what
telling people to do.
right, that's what it always comes down to, right? That's what it always comes down to. So, Gretchen is talking about how she's open to the opportunity of moving forward with Tamra as long as she takes accountability. Tamra says the last time she was at Cafe Dumont was 4 weeks ago with Teddy and their friend Bronwyn, and that when she came home, they found out.
I
Let's see. Shannon asked Tamra and Emily what she's going to do with the Katie situation. And Katie shows up and meets the other ladies at the French market and tells them what Shannon said that, she wouldn't go with them. Emily tells Shannon that she was out with Jenn the other day and that Jenn keeps saying that Shannon is saying to her, "Don't roll on me with Tamra," which, we already found that out. Shannon's like, "I don't even know what that means." Well, you know what that means, Shannon. Come on. I mean, you know what? She probably doesn't because Shannon doesn't get clues like that.
No, I don't know if I necessarily believe Shannon when she says she doesn't know what that means, though, and that she
Right.
never
I know.
said it.
I don't
I
know.
tend to believe Jen in this situation.
I do too. Tamara says, "You never said that." And Shannon's like, in her confessional, she's like, what happened with her and her relationship with Tamara last year? Like, she'll never forget it. Like, even though at the reunion, like, they agreed to move forward last year at the end of the season, she's never going to forget what Tamara did to her and how she, you know,
Never.
and I don't blame her. I don't blame her because Tamara was horrible to her.
My God. Vicious.
So then Tamara says to Shannon, "I can totally understand why you feel that way. That's why I don't really drink that much anymore." And then in her confessional, Tamara says that alcohol is not good for her. Okay, Tamara.
And you'll
Until
never see me wasted again.
right, until a couple hours later.
Eh.
Yep. Do you think that you can let that go to Shannon? And, she's like, "Well, we have a 10-year friendship. It's not like I can just hop back on, but, she's willing to give it a shot, right?" Jenn is telling Katie and Gretchen that I really want to see the fatty photo. It's really bothering me. And I don't blame her. I would want to see it too. I'd want to know what this picture is that everyone's talking about.
My God.
The parade, the dog parade.
No, when Heather tells Tamara didn't call her a single white female, and then they flash back to Tamara calling her a single white female.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, I know. Before that happens, they are all at the dog parade together, and they're helping promote the animal rescue. I like it. Like, that was, like, a fun scene. At least they're having fun together. They were not
Absolutely.
fighting. Like, I wanna see more of that kinda stuff. I don't wanna see this stupid fighting bullshit. I really don't. I don't.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
The next stop is they're gonna go see the Voodoo Queen, whose name is Bloody Mary. And they're gonna be making these voodoo dolls, and Shannon, Gretchen, and Tama are like, "We're not making these voodoo dolls," and Bloody Mary's like, "Well, there's no such thing as an observer. Like, if you're here observing, then you're a participant." They're like, "All right, then we're gonna leave," and I don't blame them. I would've left too.
I totally would have left.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't wanna
totally would have left.
I kinda like, first of all, I don't believe in voodoo, and I don't wanna play
Mm-mm.
with that black magic stuff. I would've left too.
Mm-mm.
Especially, I
Mhm.
mean, since she said you can't just observe. Okay.
Right. Right. Alright, good, then I'm out.
And then so those 3 leave, which, is a very interesting trio that happens to be together, right?
It was Shannon, Tamra, and Gretchen, right?
Gretchen.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Then Tamara's like, "Well, should we dress up?" She starts talking, "Should we dress up for the boat tour tomorrow?" Then Shannon asks Gretchen, "What happened when Katie went over to your side?" Gretchen said, "I like Katie and she hasn't done anything to me." Like, and she hasn't. Katie hasn't done anything to Gretchen. And Gretchen is coming in this group and she wants to give everyone their shot, right? And it seems like Katie had reached out to Gretchen, I guess, when she first started and she was having problems with the ladies. And
Mhm.
then we find out that Gretchen's coming back. So she already has a relationship with her. She's going to let it play out.
Absolutely.
Then Shannon says, "Well, how can you be friends with someone who committed an illegal act?" And Gretchen's like, "Well, in all fairness, like, you had a DUI. That's an illegal act," which I was like, "Good for you, Gretchen."
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Then Tamra says to Shannon, "I think you could just give her one last shot." And Shannon says, "To the woman who just tried to get a story reported about you and Gretchen." And she's like, "Well, wait, who's that?" Tamra said, "Kiki Monique." Tamra was like, "I warned about the story before they started filming." Tamra said, "Katie told me that Gretchen told her that Tamra roofied her." So this is where I get all confused because I, I don't understand how Tamra got this information and why Gretchen would have said this about Tamra. What is it, 15 years ago when they were hanging out together? Like, why she would
When
not,
the naked wasted thing came out.
right?
So
Which,
Tamara says that Katie had lunch with Kiki Monique and said that Katie said that Gretchen told her that Tamara roofied her.
right,
Right. So obviously now we know we're talking about the naked wasted night.
right.
For one, why does Shannon automatically believe Tamara? She's like, oh my God, that's okay. The woman has said horrific things about you all
Right.
last season. She just tried to bury you. So why are you automatically believing her? Did Tamra ever say how she said two people told her? Tamra is famous for saying, I heard it from two people. And she'll maybe name one and then be like, no, I can't tell you the other one. Because the
Right.
other one doesn't exist.
Right.
And did Kiki say that this happened? Because I'll be honest with you, I looked it up. I could not find it anywhere. Kiki has made comments about Katie, but nothing about this subject. Did you find anything?
I didn't find anything. I didn't
I
find,
could find nothing. So
and like
I'm
you
going to say
said,
this.
yeah.
I don't believe it. And if somebody comes up with hard proof that this is a lie and Tamara made it up, Tamara needs to be fired, just like Phaedra was fired for saying it happened with Candy and Portia. This is a fireable offense. You are accusing someone of criminal activity or stating that somebody was accusing you of criminal activity. She needs to be fired for this if it comes out that it is a lie, which I would imagine it is because you can't find anything about it. Kiki's not saying anything, and Tamara's a liar.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, first of all, let's just say that because we do know that Katie met with Kiki Monique, right? They had lunch
Right.
together.
Right.
Why would Katie bring this story to Kiki Monique? It doesn't even make any sense because you could see the look on Gretchen's face. Like, there's no way that Gretchen said that about something that happened 17 years ago, right? There's no way that she said that. So, where is Katie going to get this from? Like, where is it going to come from? It just doesn't make sense.
None of it makes sense. Tamara's a big fat liar.
Right. I mean, Gretchen even says in her confessional, listen, I'm considering the source on this.
Thank God.
Then Shannon asks Tamara, how long have you been holding on to this? And she says, oh, about 4 weeks. So you just said that 4 weeks ago you were in New Orleans with Teddy. So you got this information before you started filming at the Super Bowl time when you were in New Orleans with Teddy. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
How about Tamara trying to defend herself with the naked wasted? She says, 17 years ago, my friends and I, she starts talking like real serious. My
Mm-hmm.
friends and I saw Gretchen out partying, but on camera, she was prim and proper.
Right.
We weren't trying to get her naked. Well, you said the words naked wasted.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, you were.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, to even try to defend yourself, it's all on camera, Tamara. We saw you say it. And then we saw you send your son into a bathroom with her to try to make out with her.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
It was bad, and it's just not a good look for Tamara, and she doesn't see she thinks I feel like she thinks that she's been doing this so long that she's a producer, and that
Absolutely.
she can just put this shit out there, and it's gonna go the way she wants it to go, and she's going to steer the ship and the story the way she wants it to go, and I'm sorry, but it just doesn't happen that way, like, it just
Nope.
doesn't.
Right.
So Tamara says to Gretchen, "Listen, I'd like to sit down and talk with you. You know, I'm in a different place now. I was with Simon then, and like you have a kid now."
She blames Simon for how she
Right.
treated Gretchen.
Right.
And Gretchen says Tamra's good at making you think she wants to change, but the behavior never changes. And oh God, I know somebody like that. And it's like you see right through them. You
Mhm.
see right through them.
So Gretchen actually starts crying at this point, and she's like, I can't get back in this again. Like, I can't be playing these games. Like, this is so honestly, it's so sophomoric. It just really is. Like,
Yes.
these are grown women. And like she said,
Yes.
first of all, your friend is dying, right? You just found out your friend's dying, right? Gretchen has a small child, a little girl. You are in a different place, but yet you're going back to this sophomoric behavior. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? So then
Horrible.
it's horrible. They get back to the hotel. Tamra goes to Shannon's room, and Shannon's hair is a mess, and she's trying to get ready. And Tamra says she's not sure how to bring this up, and she has a glass in her hand, and she puts it down. And Shannon's like, "What is that?" She's like, "Oh, it's just water." You could tell it wasn't water. It was obviously not water. It looked to me
She's
like a
really
huge,
up Shannon's ass right now.
yep, it looked like a huge glass of tequila.
Or vodka.
Yeah, but it kind of had like a yellowish tint to it.
I thought it was clear.
No, it wasn't clear. It definitely wasn't clear. And Tamara's like, it feels good to have Shannon back on her side. Yeah. Is that what you think? So then Jenn goes to Gretchen's room, and Gretchen is telling Jenn about what Katie said. Tamara's telling Heather, Emily, and Gina about what Katie told her that Gretchen said that she roofied her. And just to look at the look on their faces are like, Katie shows up at Gretchen's room, and Gretchen tells her what Tamara said about Kiki Monique and spreading rumors about her. And then they're sitting back they're processing that back at the room, and the other ladies are already at the restaurant. So Katie, Jenn, and Gretchen, they all show up together at the restaurant, and all the other ladies are there already, and they're all seated when they get there. And then as soon as Tamara gets there, she pulls Gretchen aside to see if she wants to bring it up. And Gretchen asks Katie, and she believes Katie that she didn't say it. So she's like, I'm not, I don't want, I don't want to do this. So Katie goes out and tells Tamara and Gretchen that she didn't say that. And Gretchen said, Tamara, I still want to move forward with you. And if you want to, we can have a talk. And then Tamara storms back in. And she's
Yep.
like,
And
oh
here we
my
go on the downward
God.
spiral.
Yep. Oh my God. Gretchen believes Katie. Tamara said
And Shannon's like at the table, what?
Yeah. Shannon was
And
like,
Tamra's blindsided by Gretchen. But why are you blindsided by Gretchen? You're not her friend.
right.
You've been dragging her fiance through the mud when his son passed away. So I heard that Heather did a interview with Reality, I
Mm-hmm.
guess the Page 6 guys,
Mm-hmm.
and said that Tamra should be given some grace. Why? Why should anybody give Tamra grace? She gives nobody grace. She's disgusting.
And that's what everyone is saying, that we should be giving to not everybody. There's a lot of people saying that
Why though? Because of Teddy?
yes, because of Teddy.
But here's the thing, when she's well, we'll get to it. Okay, we'll
Like,
get to
I
it.
mean, Gretchen said it. Like, where was the grace when Slade's son was dying and when my
Exactly.
fiance was dying? Like, you never gave me any grace, and all of a sudden
No.
now your best friend is diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and everyone needs to give you grace when all you're doing is spewing out lies and making trouble that doesn't exist.
Right.
And you should get
Absolutely
grace
not.
for that?
No, absolutely not.
Then Katie walks back in the room, and Shannon starts clapping and yelling at her, like, who wants to be around somebody who's lied about everyone at this table? And Katie's like, I didn't say it. Shannon said, well, I'm angry. Stop lying. Okay, well, that's your problem, Shannon. Heather and Gina at the time are like, they understand that Gretchen doesn't want to just believe it, especially since it came from Tamra.
She wants proof, and and there's
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Shannon is saying that there's multiple reputable reporters. How do you know this, Shannon? Where did you get this information
Yeah,
from?
Shannon,
Tamra?
you just found this out. So
Right.
right, exactly. Exactly.
So then Jenn says, all right, well then let's just let's all have it out. Like, I want to see the picture. Where's the picture? And Tamara's like, oh, I don't care about that. Then she's like, you reached out to me in 2013. Jenn said,
As a
are you
fan.
as a fan? She said,
As a
Jenn's like,
fan.
yep. Jenn said, are you on something like Xanax or something?
Her eyes were pretty close shut
I
at
mean,
the time,
she
Tamra.
definitely, it was obvious. It was obvious
She
to
was
us.
fucked up.
Yeah. Emily said, well, the issue of you saying she's obsessed with you. Tamara said, I feel like it's been a tit for tat the last couple of years. Gretchen said, where did it start? And she said, it's none of your effing business. So Gretchen's trying
She
to
says
find
that
out.
to Gretchen.
Yes, because Gretchen's like, when did it start? And then Tamra said, F off. Gina said, you know what, Tamra? You're being rude. You're sloshed, and that's what's happening here. And she did sit there for a little while longer. Gina said, it's not fun to be in the middle of all your bullshit. And Heather's like, for any of us. Like, I was surprised
Mhm.
Heather even said anything.
Mhm.
Jenn said, I say table it. Tonight is not the night. Jenn said, you don't seem like you're in the right mind.
I mean, she really took the high road there, in my opinion, Jenn,
She totally
because
did.
she really could have. She really made an impact there.
Yeah.
But you're like you're fighting with a drunk person or
Right.
whatever she was.
Right. Right.
Well, I think she did say she took a
She
Xanax and
admitted.
drank.
She admitted
Yeah.
that she took a Xanax and she drank. And then
One or the other, people. One or the other.
yeah. Then Shannon in her confessional said, I just heard from Tamra 5 hours ago that I'm never going to see her wasted again. And I know she walked into my room with something and she said it was water, but I know it wasn't. But this is the same person who you're believing and
Right.
flipping
Same
out.
person you're believing, same person who called you a drunk and an alcoholic
Right.
all season last season. And then
Right.
Heather says something to Tamara, I guess to try to diffuse the situation. She's like, "Oh, do you want?" And Tamara's like, "I don't want anything from you."
Yeah, because she gets up and walks out, and a producer says to Tamara, are you okay? She's like, I just want to go home. And then Heather goes after her and says, what's going on? And Tamara's like, well, I just sat down with Gretchen. I'm done with her. She's not acting like herself. I don't know what that means. I mean, Tamara's the one who wasn't acting like herself.
Exactly. So Heather's trying to explain to Tamara, like, she just needs a minute to process it. And Tamara
Right.
just keeps saying, fuck off, fuck off, fuck
Yep.
off. This is when you know Tamara's lying. Because if Tamara weren't lying, well, she is drunk. But if Tamara's not lying, she'll sit there calmly with a very smug look on her face, knowing she's right and that she can prove it. When she knows she's lying and she can't prove it, she acts like an animal. And
Yeah.
this is clear proof. But she is under the influence of alcohol and a Xanax.
Gina in her confessional says, I've had it with Tamara. She claims she's working on herself, and then she pulls this. And that's exactly the point. Like, that is the point. I mean, she just had to sit down with Shannon saying that you'll never see me wasted again. And like she said, 5 hours later, whatever it was, she shows up like wasted, acting like a
Yeah.
lunatic.
Yeah.
And then
We're too
Tamara,
old for this, ladies. We're too old for
yes,
this.
really, we are. We really are. Then Tamara calls Eddie when she gets a car because she's sitting out in the like another room in the restaurant, and she's like, "Are you guys going to get me a car, or do I have to call an Uber to the producers?" And I guess they finally got her a car. And then she calls Eddie and she's like, can you get me a flight home? Like, I'm done with this. So I know. But
Little did he know she was going to change her mind the next day.
he stands by her. He is so loyal to her.
He's very loyal to her, but I do think if it came down to it, he would prefer her to not be on the show. I'm sure the paycheck's nice, but I mean, we saw him at that dinner last year where she was going at Ryan and she was drunk
Mm-hmm.
and he just looked mortified. I'm sure he'd
Yeah.
much prefer her to be off the show. But I do give him credit for being loyal because he is loyal.
He's certainly loyal. He really is. He really is.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think she comes back the next day?
I don't know. She says there's no place for her in the group. Then Gina says that Tamra texted her fuck off.
Right. And they read
And
she posted something on Instagram.
I did not realize that she posted that on Instagram right then and there.
Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, I remember when it happened.
I
Like,
thought it was the next day.
no, it was that. No, it was right then and there.
I'm impressed that she was lucid enough to get that post out.
Well, I mean, how lucid do you have to be? I mean,
It
it,
was just, it didn't look like garble, which if you're really under the influence that bad, it might look like garble. But
yeah.
I really think that Tamara's lying about this completely because there's absolutely there's nothing out there saying it's true. There's nothing out there saying it's false. And I could not find Kiki Monique saying anything about it. Nothing.
I didn't find anything about it either. And I will say that I think it was Shannon that was also on with the Page Six guys. And they were asking about the lie detector that we see.
Oh, I forgot about that. So maybe that's what this is about.
Well, when they ask her about the lie detector, basically Shannon says it was inconclusive. Like, we don't find out anything with the lie detector.
Well, where the fuck is Kiki Monique? Come on, Kiki.
Well, Kiki has talked about it a little bit on her podcast.
What does she say?
She just said that she's coming up on this because she's on with Dorinda, like I had said.
Yeah.
And she says, so her take on the whole Katie thing, not about this specific issue she didn't talk
That's
about.
what I'm saying. She
No,
has still yet to address this, correct?
she has not addressed this. Not that I've
Okay.
seen. She has not addressed this
I know she
specific
has some kind
issue.
of beef with Katie right now, but listen, so does everybody else. So
Right. No, that is true.
what'd she say about Katie?
She said that when When Katie became a new housewife, she went to Instagram and she went to follow her like she does whenever a new housewife, she follows them on Instagram whenever there's a new housewife announced because that's what she talks about. Like that's what
Right.
that's what she does. So when she went to follow Katie, it said follow back, which meant Katie was already following Kiki. So Kiki's stance is like, I didn't come after you. Like you were already following me. And she
Well, did
said,
Katie ever say that she
well, Katie said that the bloggers reached out to her and that they called her because then
she
but
did
then
say that, yeah.
right, but then when she wound up
I didn't
playing it
realize she was
back,
talking about Kiki though, because I thought she was talking about the one that she was like, "They called me, I didn't call them," and then she just said, "I did call them." I didn't realize that Kiki was
I
included.
think that that's who she's referring to. I think. I'm not 100% sure because it's not very clear. And then Kiki goes on to say, while she's there with Dorinda, she's like, why would I have to reach out to her? She's like, I'm already friends with the most fabulous housewife ever, or something like building up Dorinda,
Okay.
the most iconic housewife, whatever she called her. I mean, it's her co host. So, of course, she's going to say great things about her. So, she didn't, she's just saying that she's not the one who reached out to Katie, that Katie is the one who reached
Well,
out to her.
Kiki, it's time for you to enter the chat to let us know if Katie told you that Gretchen told her that Tamra roofied her. Because you're the only one who could squash this. True or false, Kiki? True or false?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This is one of the things that Katie says. We shouldn't have been, they keep saying we shouldn't be talking to these bloggers and they're considering podcasters bloggers. She's like, but half the cast are bloggers then. And she's right. Tamra
100%.
has a podcast. Heather has a podcast. Emily has a podcast. Gina had a podcast at one time. Who else is on the cast? Shannon's never had a podcast. Pretty much
No,
more than half the
she's
cast.
absolutely right. She's
Right.
absolutely right.
Right. So I don't know.
Especially Tamra, because Tamra's on a podcast that talks about other shows.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
So
I know.
she's communicating with other podcasters, other people doing the same thing.
Absolutely.
She just is.
She absolutely is. It's just frustrating to see this whole thing play out this way because this is not why we watch these shows. This is not what it's all about for us. Like we watch these shows because we like to see the connections, we like to see them with their family, we like to see them have fun and go to great places. I don't like to see them fight over stupid shit.
No, I hate that it's about this now. But it's every damn franchise. It is every damn franchise.
I know, and it's a lot. It really is a lot. It shouldn't be that way. Like that's not I don't know. That's like we've always said, that's not what it started as. That's
No.
not
Scrolling because I would never follow her if you paid me. Kim D came up on something, TikTok, Instagram, and she was talking to somebody. Now, I don't think Kim D knows shit about anything. I think
Mhm.
she just says things that we already know. But I did not hear this, so I will give her credit when credit's due. She did say that Jen Fessler was just invited to BravoCon. So far that means Dolores, Teresa, Melissa, and now Jen Fessler. I'm sorry, Dolores, Teresa, Melissa, Margaret, and now Jen Fessler
Okay.
have been invited to BravoCon.
Well, I said this probably like 2 months ago. I think that that's where they're gonna announce New Jersey is in BravoCon. I think that's where they're gonna announce the cast, is at BravoCon.
Well, I'll be very upset if Danielle and Jen are not invited back. I'm sorry, Danielle
Rachel.
and Rachel are not invited back because I think they were good.
I do
I
too.
think they were good.
I do too. I do too. I mean, I guess we just have to wait and see. I don't know if you saw, but Miss Dubrow has started a new podcast with her husband, Terry. Another I mean, she already had a podcast.
There's not anything in the world I would rather listen to least than something that Heather and Terry Dubrow are on together or separately. I
So
would listen to Terry. I shouldn't say that.
the first one came out on June 12th. And
Let me
it's
guess. What are they talking about themselves?
called Between Us. Heather and Terry are uncensored and pulling back the curtain on everything from Heather putting Terry on blast on The Real Housewives of Orange County to the major life changes that they haven't told anyone yet. Nothing is off limits. It's real, it's raw, and it's just between us. That's the name of their podcast. I'm like, oh God. Like, does she really need to have a podcast, another podcast? Because she already had one.
Mm-hmm.
Although
No, she doesn't.
I did start watching the Terry show where he has on Kim Zolciak and her daughter. So
Yeah.
it's not botched, it's called something else. I forget what it's called. And it is they go to this villa with these other people that have had plastic surgery done and that they wanna it's called Rewind, I think. It's called Botched Rewind. That
Oh, okay.
they want to go back to where they were, but Kim doesn't realize that. She goes there thinking that, like, she lost a lot of weight and she wants to have, like, the arm, her arm fat, like, taken in, and she's got some and they're like, "No, that's not what this is about. This is about going back to where you were before." And it's I don't know, I didn't finish it. I just started it just because I was curious to see, like, what's this about and, who's on it. One of the other people is this girl from, 90 Day Fiancé. And then there's this guy who is from Ireland, who is naturally a ginger, but he's dyed his hair black, jet black, and
Whoa.
he's had a BBL done, he's had his face done, he's had his lips done. I mean, he kind of has, like, this Elvis look to him, which really he should not have. Kim and
Right.
Brielle are telling him not to get rid of the BBL, that it looks great, and he wants to I'm like, "This is just like" Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's there, he's like, "I don't know how I'm gonna do my hair, I've never done my hair before." Brielle's like, "What, you've never done your hair?" He goes, "No, I get my hair done every day, I don't know how to blow it out like this, I don't know how to do my hair."
Are these people?
I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
I don't think I can watch it. I don't think I could sit through it.
I think you'll be okay. I don't think you need to watch it. I will continue to watch, and I'll let you know what happens.
Wish they'd bring back, remember The Swan?
Yes.
Loved that show.
I think that was so politically incorrect, though, right?
It was. I just thought people were so happy at the end. Like everything they were ever insecure about was gone.
Right.
But I guess, but they did like kind of work on their inside too, right? Didn't they have like somebody working with them, like therapy and stuff too?
I think they did. But I mean, if you think about it, like, think about that premise,
I know. Maybe I shouldn't have said I loved it. I loved seeing them so happy at the end.
It's like Extreme Makeover. You know what I mean? Like the home, where they redo homes and, like, you see, like, the old shack, and then all of a sudden it turns into this, like, fabulous cottage. Even if it's not any bigger, it's just, like, new and shiny.
Yeah.
And, like, but to do that with a person. Like,
Yeah,
that's what it was all about, right?
it was.
So, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with the OC. I don't know if there's any other gossip out about it that I can think of. Can you?
No,
All right.
just that I just saw Heather on reality saying that we need to give Tamra some grace, and I'm sorry. I struggle with that because I understand that she was upset about her friend, but hurting other people.
I just think that would be all the more reason, like, realizing how short life is, to try and be a better person. Don't try and rip other people apart. Like, don't spread lies. Like, it doesn't make sense, right?
It doesn't make sense, and I really think she's lying about the Gretchen thing. I really do.
About her telling Katie that she
About the roofie.
yeah. I mean, Gretchen
Like
said
you
she
said, if it was 15 years ago, why are we just hearing about this now? Why would Gretchen hold on to that for this long?
right. And the thing is, Gretchen immediately you could see her reaction. She's like, "No, like, I never said that." And if Gretchen didn't say it, why would Katie make it up? It just
I don't think
doesn't
Katie would make that up.
like, she's gonna go watch a show 17 years old and, like, oh, it just doesn't make sense.
No. Listen, the thing with recording Shannon, again, I don't agree with that. I don't think recording someone's ever okay. Like I know that with the younger generations, this is what they do and I hate it. I hate it. But that was wrong, Katie, and she's paying for it now. But other than that, like I just I don't know. What else has she done,
I don't
Katie?
know. I don't know. I mean,
Like, I feel like it's a little bit of a witch hunt. She has proven to be untrustworthy and somewhat dishonest. I agree with that. But not one of these housewives is, Mother Mary.
I agree. I don't know, and I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. I don't know what happened between Jenn and Katie and Gretchen because they are not friends. I mean, and it was before
Well,
that video came out.
oh, it was before the video?
It was before the video. I mean, that just
Okay.
made it even worse, the video that came
Sure.
out, but it was
Sure.
before the video that they were not speaking, that they weren't in a good place. So something must happen that we're gonna.
Well, maybe the roofie thing is true. Could you imagine? Maybe Gretchen found out that the roofie thing is true, that Katie did say that.
I mean, anything's
I'd be
possible.
very surprised, but
I would too. I guess we're
yeah,
just
I
gonna have
don't
to wait
know.
and see.
Maybe, I mean, hopefully we'll at least find out at the reunion why Jen, Katie, and Gretchen aren't on good terms.
Yeah, I would hope so too. All right. So until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please give us 5-star reviews and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.